Hello. In this session, we are going to learn two-way ANOVA. We are going to see an example for two-way ANOVA. Previous session, we have seen one-way ANOVA. We have seen the properties of F distribution as well. So here, in one-way ANOVA, as we discussed, we only have one attribute to check the variances for. Now, in this two-way ANOVA, we have two attributes to check. So one, in this question, if you consider that we have to check the variances against variety of fertilizers and variety of seeds. So here in this case, in two-way ANOVA, you will calculate two F ratios. Okay, first one is for the variety of fertilizers and second one is for the variety of seeds. Okay, so the variances for two attributes has to be calculated. Let us go ahead. Set up an analysis of variance table for the following two-way design results. Per acre production data of wheat is given. Assume alpha is equals to 5%. Okay, and the varieties, we have four varieties W, X, Y, Z, and variety of seeds are given as A, B, C. Okay, so in each variety we have a sample of 4 seeds. Okay, so now let us begin. As we have done in one-way ANOVA calculation, we will follow the same procedure here. First, we will find out the F statistics, then we will go into the procedure of testing hypothesis. So let us go ahead and calculate F statistic. So before we do that, we have to create a proforma for writing all the values that we calculate. Okay, if we calculate between variation between the columns and between the rows and residual, it becomes very difficult to keep a tab on what is going on. So it is better if we create a proforma like this and keep on entering the values as and when we calculate. It becomes easy for us to keep a tab on what is going on in the problem. Next, coming to the formula, we will solve the formula is already written here. We will solve it according to the procedure, and I will also share the content in the WhatsApp group. Okay, let us begin. So first, let us write the row totals and column totals here. So here the total is, for the first column, total is 6 plus 7 plus 3 plus 8. So this is 24. For next column, 5 plus 5, 10, 10 plus 3, 13, 13 plus 7 is 20. And for the third column, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 4, 16. So the column totals are done. Next, the row totals, 6 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 10 plus 6 is 16. Then you have 7 plus 5 plus 4 is 16 again. Then you have 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. Then 8 plus 7 plus 4. So this is 19. So we have calculated the column totals and row totals. Okay. Now let us start by calculating the correction factor. Okay. The formula for correction factor is T square by N. N is the number of observations. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 observations. N is equals to 12. What is T square? T square is the sum of the total, sum of the total observations. So 6 plus 7 plus 3 plus 8, 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7. So 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4, which is equals to 60. So I'm just calculating it here for you. So 24 plus 20 plus 16. This is equals to 60. And let us also check the row totals. 16 plus 16 plus 6 plus 9. Okay, this is coming up to be 16 plus 16 plus 9 plus 19. Okay, this is also, the total is 60 here. Okay, the row total and the column total is 60. So this total we are taking as t. Okay, so this becomes 60 into 60 by n is 12. So this becomes 300. 60 into 60 by 12 is t, 300. This is the correction factor. Okay, now so first we are going to check the sum of squares between the columns. Okay, so between the columns the formula is summation tj square by nj. J represents columns here and I represents rows. So let us go ahead calculating this. So we have total columns. So this column total is 24. So 24 into 24 by nj. Number of items is 4 plus 20 into 20 by 4 plus 16 into 16 by 4 minus the correction factor is 300. Okay, so when we calculate this we get so this is 24 into 24 by 4 plus 20 into 20 by 4 plus 16 into 16 by 4. So this is 308. So 308 minus 300 is equals to 8. So this is 8. Then let us write the value here. This is equals to 8. Then now we have to calculate between the rows. Okay, we have already calculated the sum of each row. Okay, now let us substitute in the formula t summation ti square by ni. So t1 square is 16 into 16. 16 into 16 by how many items do we have? 1, 2, 3 in this row. By 3 plus 16 into 16 by 3 plus 9 into 9 by 3 plus 19 into 19 by 3 minus correction factor is 300. So when we do this we get, let us calculate. So 16 into 16 by 3 plus 16 into 16 by 3 plus 9 into 9 by 3 plus 19 into 19 by 3. So this is equals to 318. So 318 minus 300 is equals to 18. Okay. Now the next step, this is equals to 18 here. Okay, now the residual or the error. So before calculating, so now look at the formula for residual error. Residual error is equals to total sum of squares minus sum of squares between column and sum of squares between rows. Now sum of squares between columns is 8 and sum of squares between rows is 18. We have calculated these values. We have to find the total sum of squares. Now total sum of squares, how do we calculate total sum of squares is the formula is total sum of each of the observation minus the correction factor. So how do I calculate this is 36 plus 49 plus 9 plus 64. I'm just squaring up each of the value and adding. So 6 square, 7 square, 3 square, 8 plus 8 square plus 5 square plus 5 square plus 3 square, 9 square plus 5 square plus 4 square plus all the sum of squares minus the correction factor. So when we do that we get 332 minus the correction factor is 300. So this is equals to 32. Okay, now total sum of squares is received. Now residual is equals to total sum of squares is 32 minus the sum of squares between columns is 8 and sum of square between rows is 18. So 32 minus 18 plus 8. So this is equals to 6. Okay, so this is 6. Now the total of all the sum of squares, 8 plus 18 plus 6 is equals to 32. Same thing, we have found the same thing. Now, but this we are finding this just for the sake of our understanding, as it will help us in solving the F ratios. Now the degrees of freedom. So degrees of freedom between the columns will be C minus 1, that is columns minus 1. We have 3 columns, 3 minus 1 is equals to 2, and between the rows will be R minus 1. Okay, so we have 4 R minus 1, 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. Then residual will be C minus 1 into R minus 1, that is 2 3s are 6. Okay, now the total, we have a formula C into R minus 1. Okay, C into R is 3 into 4. 12 minus 1 is 11. But when we add these things also, we are going to get the same value, that is 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, so same thing, but we also have a formula for this. Now the mean squares. So mean squares is equals to sum of the squares by the degrees of freedom. Okay, so this is 8 by 2, which is equals to 4. This is 18 by 3, which is equals to 6. Okay, now and this is 6 by 6, which is equals to 1. Okay, so these things are done. Now the F ratio for the first, between the columns we have so mean square by the residual. So this becomes 4 by the residual error, mean square 1, which is equals to 4, and this becomes 6 by 1, which is equals to 6. The F ratio for the column is 4 and for the rows is 6. Okay, now we have calculated the F ratio. Let us calculate the critical value here itself for both the things. Now here we need degrees of freedom. F for this is 4 comma, so this is 2 comma 6. Okay, and this is 2 and 6. Okay, 2 comma 6. We have this is the denominator here, this is the numerator, right? Mean square by the residual, mean square between the rows by the residual. Similarly, we have to take the corresponding degrees of freedom. So this is 3 comma 6. So for 2 comma 6, what is the F ratio at 5% level of significance? So at 5% level of significance, what do we want? 2 comma 6. 2 here and 6 here is 5.14. So this is 5.14. Then 3 comma 6, 3 is here and 6 is here, this is 4.76. so this is equals to 4.76. okay, now we have calculated the statistics values and the critical values. Now let us get into the procedure for testing of hypothesis. So the first step is to write the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. In two-way ANOVA, you have to write 2 null hypotheses and 2 alternate hypotheses. So the first set will be, so name it as H01. Okay, so first we are checking the variance in the varieties of fertilizers. So what are we telling? There is no significant difference in the variety of fertilizers. Okay, and H11 will be, there is a significant difference in the varieties. Okay, This is the first set of hypothesis. Now second set of hypothesis, H02, there is no significant difference in variety of seeds. We are taking two attributes, right? Previously we have taken only one attribute and we have checked the attribute with respect to one null hypothesis, one alternative hypothesis and one F ratio. Here we have two F ratios, so we need to have two hypotheses. Then H12, there is a significant difference among variety of seeds. Okay, now we have written the null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. Step 2, level of significance 0.05. We were asked to assume it to be 5%. Now third step is F statistic. We have calculated the F statistic for both the hypothesis. This is for the fertilizer and this is for the seeds. Then now we have to test statistic is done, and we also have seen found the critical values, that is tabulated values. Okay, tabulated values have also been calculated, found. Next, fifth step is to check, to give the judgment which hypothesis to accept and which one to be rejected. So here if I draw a graph like this, you know ANOVA is a rightly skewed graph curve. So this is my rejection region, this is 0.05. okay, now for the first set, this value, critical value, came up to be 5.14 and the calculated value is 4. So calculated value will fall here outside the rejection region. 4 is somewhere here, and this is, if this is 0, 4 is here and 5.14 is here. So this is falling in the acceptance region. So the first one, first hypothesis 1A, H01 is accepted. Okay, so here we are telling there is no significant difference in the variety of fertilizers. Now the next one, next graph, this is rejection region. This came up to be 4.76. okay, and the value, the F ratio value is 6. So it falls somewhere here. 6 falls somewhere here. It falls in the rejection region. So we will reject the null hypothesis in this case. Okay. So here for 1B, hypothesis 1B, H02 is rejected. Okay. So this is how you use two-way ANOVA to make a judgment on the hypothesis that has been written. And notes will be shared in WhatsApp group. And if you have any doubts, please post it there. Thank you.